Just another crazy day on the London Metal Exchange at the beginning of the new week. The copper price slipped actually this afternoon, this evening, after it touched a new record peak as bullish investors recently entered the surging market became a little bit nervous about a possible price correction. The 3-month price of copper on the LME climbed to an absolute all-time high earlier this morning at $10,747.50 a ton. That was during the Asian trading hours. And after the first breaking through a decade-old record already on Friday. Well, the gains have been propelled by investors who are joining a rally that had already seen a year-to-date gains of almost 40%, and some industrial users who had given up waiting for lower prices. Now, this move followed a retreat by other risky assets such as equity markets and oil. One trader from who is head of commodity trading at Saxo Bank in Copenhagen, Ole Hansen, said, "What we are seeing this afternoon is recently established longs getting nervous, not having such a big pain threshold and backing out at the first sign of trouble." And with these kind of high numbers, there's a very strong temptation to book profits while we wait to get a firm idea about any impact on demand from this absolute price spike. Now, bullish investors had bet that demand for copper would increase further as the world economies are recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic, and as investments into green energy sectors is ramping up, while prices were also supported by a tight supply in especially the copper concentrate market. A group of 15 key copper smelters in China have also agreed to cut their purchases of raw material copper concentrate this year by 8.8% on a year-to-year basis. That's what the state-house-owned house Antaike said. Other news for the copper market are definitely that the union representing the workers at BHP's Escondida mine in Chile and also the Spence copper mines have called for a strike vote among their members after contract negotiations stalled. That's what Reuters said earlier this afternoon. And if we look at the other LME prices, they touched also some fresh peaks before moving lower then during the afternoon session. Aluminium and zinc hit the highest in around 3 years' time, while lead actually rose to the strongest since October 2019. At the end of the trading hours, we saw the aluminium price at $2,532 a ton. Zinc has slipped by almost 1% down to 2,987. Lead has dropped to 2,215, and tin has dropped down to 29,780, while nickel gave up almost 2%, the biggest loser today, at a price of $17,745 a ton. The euro is still very strong against the US dollar. We're still holding levels at 121.70. Of course, we're all keen to see what tomorrow's market will bring, but I think it's quite healthy to have had such a price correction after some crazy days where we saw really one record being hit by another. So it's not too bad to have a small price correction now, which is definitely due to profit-taking activities by investors.